Report by Zero Hedge. Whistleblower confirms secret society meetings between FBI and DOJ to undermine Trump. A whistleblower has revealed to Congress that clandestine, off-site meetings between high-ranking FBI and DOJ took place in which officials discussed ways to undermine President Trump after the 2016 election. Ron Johnson, RWI, told Fox News on Tuesday. The bombshell revelation all but confirms a secret society alluded to in text messages released last Friday between two anti-Trump FBI employees tasked with investigating both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. The secret society, we have an informant talking about a group holding secret meetings off-site, Johnson said. We have to continue to dig into it, he added. This is not a distraction. This is biased, potentially corruption at the highest levels of the FBI. The Hill. On Monday night, Reps. John Ratcliffe, RTX, and Trey Gowdy, RSC, told Fox News of the secret society texts between FBI investigators Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, contained within a 384-page batch of text messages delivered to Congress from the DOJ last Friday. Of note, Ratcliffe says that Strzok and Page were included in the clandestine anti-Trump cabal at the highest levels of the American intelligence community. What we learned today in the thousands of text messages that we've reviewed that perhaps they may not have done that, checked their bias at the door. There's certainly a factual basis to question whether or not they acted on that bias. We know about this insurance policy that was referenced in trying to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. We learned today from information that in the immediate aftermath of his election that there may have been a secret society of folks within the Department of Justice and the FBI to include Page and Strzok to be working against him. As part of the 384-page document delivery, the Department of Justice notified congressional investigators that 5 months of text messages from December 14, 2016 to May 17, 2017 have gone missing. Ironically, there is a text message about not keeping texts from last Friday's release, and while Strzok and Page's communications for 5 months after the election apparently won't see the light of day, what we do know is that right before the election, Strzok and Page texted about an insurance policy against Donald Trump becoming president. I want to believe the path you threw out for consideration in Andy's office, that there's no way Trump gets elected, but I'm afraid we can't take that risk. Writes FBI counterintelligence officer Peter Strzok to FBI lawyer Lisa Page, with whom he was having an extramarital affair while spearheading both the Clinton email inquiry and the early Trump-Russia probe, adding it's like a life insurance policy in the unlikely event you die before you're 40. To recap, we now have text messages between Strzok and Page referencing an insurance policy and a secret society of people within the DOJ and FBI who came together in the immediate aftermath of the 2016 election to undermine President Trump, and a whistleblower who has now told Congress that's exactly what happened in the form of secret, off-site meetings between officials at the two agencies. Report by Zero Hedge. Judicial Watch sues DOJ for text messages of FBI's Strzok and Page. While we wait for Congress to #release the memo, Judicial Watch has just done what it has been so good at doing in the past, suing the DOJ to get documents under a Freedom of Information lawsuit, in this case the infamous text messages and all other records between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. In a just-issued press release, Judicial Watch announced today that it filed a Freedom of Information, FOIA, lawsuit against the Justice Department for text messages and other records of FBI official Peter Strzok and FBI attorney Lisa Page, Judicial Watch v. U.S. Department of Justice. Judicial Watch filed suit after the Justice Department failed to respond to a December 4, 2017, FOIA request for all records of communications, including but not limited to, emails, text messages and instant chats, between FBI official Peter Strzok and FBI attorney Lisa Page. All travel requests, travel authorizations, travel vouchers and expense reports of Peter Strzok. All travel requests, travel authorizations, travel vouchers and expense reports of Lisa Page. The time frame for the requested records is February 1, 2015 to the present. The text messages are of public interest because Strzok and Page were key investigators in the Clinton email and Trump-Russia collusion investigations. Strzok was reportedly removed from the Mueller investigative team in August and reassigned to a human resources position after it was discovered that he and a FBI lawyer, Lisa Page, who worked for FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, and with whom Strzok was carrying on an extramarital affair, exchanged pro-Clinton and anti-Trump text messages. Strzok reportedly oversaw the FBI's interviews of former National Security Advisor, General Michael Flynn, changed former FBI Director James Comey's language about Hillary Clinton's actions regarding her illicit email server from grossly negligent to extremely careless, played a lead role in the FBI's interview of Clinton, and is suspected of being responsible for using the unverified dossier to obtain a FISA warrant in order to spy on President Trump's campaign. Senator Ron Johnson, RWI, chairman of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, revealed in a letter dated January 20 that the FBI claimed it is unable to preserve text messages for a 5-month period between December 14, 2016 and May 17, 2017, due to misconfiguration issues with FBI-issued phones used by Strzok and Page. The missing messages span dates between the presidential transition and the launch of Robert Mueller's Russia probe, where both Strzok and Page were employed. The Strzok-Page text messages are potentially responsive to several pending Judicial Watch FOIA lawsuits, but the FBI has yet to produce any of the records, explain the missing records to the courts, or otherwise be forthcoming about these newly disclosed materials. "I don't believe for 1 minute that the Strzok-Page texts are really missing," said Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. "The IRS told us that Lois Lerner's emails were missing, and we forced them to admit they existed and deliver them to us. The State Department hid the Clinton emails, but our FOIA lawsuits famously blew open that cover-up. We fully intend to get the missing Strzok and Page documents. And it is shameful the FBI and DOJ have been playing shell games with these smoking gun text messages. Frankly, FBI Director Wray needs to stop the stonewalling. For more robot news, like and sub and ring my bell."